Hello and welcome to the EstimatorRoof Introduction video. This is a short video just to quickly give you an overview of EstimatorRoof. EstimatorRoof will allow you to quote for almost any roof in a matter of minutes. It will produce a parts and labour breakdown and a professional customer quotation in PDF format. It is suitable for roofers, architects and quantity surveyors. The average estimate will take in under 5 minutes to complete. We've got a number of roof screens here, which are for different types of roofs. So the most common one would be the rectangular roof screen. You would use that for detached roofs, semi-detached and terrace roofs. You've got L-shaped roofs here. You've got standalone items here, such as a flat roof dormer, pitch roof dormer, a roof extension, pitch roof abutment, a lean-to, a flat roof and polygonal roof. So these are typically gazebos of octagonal, hexagonal, pentagonal shape. And then you've got a more complicated screen called any roof, which allows you to build up the roof you need from a selection of shapes. In the centre you've got your parts editors where you put your parts and prices and dimensions in. So you've got them for roof tiles, battens, hip ridge, bonnet, valley, and then you've got your flat roofing editors down here. So a quick example of a roof tile. So we go in, you've got the name of the tile, height, width, you've got the pitch range, the gauge range, and if it's if there's an overlap, if it's an interlocking tile, you put that there. You've got the prices. You put your own parts and prices in. We don't specify them, we don't supply them, and we don't charge for them obviously. You pay once and once only for EstimatorRoof. Product upgrades are free. Over the other side here we've got supplier, you've got customer editor, so you put your customers in here. Configuration screen here controls all your productivity metrics and your daily rate charge and things such as that, so you can edit those to fine tune how the metrics are calculated. Works really well in metric or Imperial. Just click there if you want it Imperial. Everything you do then will be in feet and inches. Back to metric. The templates here are, the company template allows you to set up the header, footer, logo and addressing details that will appear on the PDF quotes. So that you'll set these up once only for your company. Job detail template will be a default job detail description that goes on the PDF quote that's copied into every job. Within every job you can override that and change the details in that. So let's go through and give you a quick example of a detached roof using the rectangular roof screen. So here we've got the roof length. We're going to have 12 metres, the span is 8 metres, we're going to have 4 faces and we're going to have a run of 5 metres on each of those. So we're going to have a gauge of 110 millimetres and a rafter centres of 440. Now if you were using Imperial, the screen would be the same. You would put your measurements here in feet or feet and inches. Okay, click the small image button and it shows you what the roof will look like from a side view and a plan view. We're going to assign some parts to the roof, so we've already got these parts set up, so we will use those. If you're going to use new parts for a roof, then obviously you put them in first and then you can select them here. Having done that, we now go and put a customer in. So you can either put in a new customer here or you can select an existing customer. So I'm going to select an existing customer just to make it easy. Scroll through, select one of them. If you want to charge for mileage for the job, so for instance if you've got a job that's 50 miles away and it's 100 miles return each day, you might want to put 100 miles in there just to cover yourself for the fuel costs. Okay, we'll save this job. It gets a job number assigned to it. Okay, and this side of the screen here you can say which roof faces you want included or excluded from the estimate. So at the moment I've said I want all 4 faces included, but you can deselect a face. You can say whether you want to strip the existing roof, whether you want ridge tiles, whether you want bonnets on the hips. If you select bonnets on the hips it will make sure you've got the same number of batten rows all the way around the roof. You can say whether you want the hips selected or deselected, horizontal battens, vertical battens, overboards, whether you want skips. If your tiles permit it, you can have tile on the halves, top tiles and eave tiles. If you had a mono ridge, you can have lead on the top. So you've got all those there. Okay, right, so we now go off to the job text screen. Now, the job text screen, this has come up and said to you there isn't any job text associated with this job, but we'll copy the default one for you. So you go in and you can see that this is actually the template. And we have things called tokens here, so customer name, job total, job tax code, job reference. They get replaced with the actual values when you produce the quote. So you can change any of the text in here, put extra lines in, and if you want, say, the price to appear somewhere else, you just move the word job total somewhere else. There's a description up here of what these are. Right, we'll save this and run with the default. Now we've done that, we'll click Estimate. Let me just save this. Click Estimate. There's the figures. Right, okay, on the right hand side here you've got the parts cost, the labour cost, the subtotal, VAT. If you're not VAT registered, you'll set the labour VAT at 0% in the config screen. Grand total, square metre rate. If you wish to bump the figures up with a markup, say 10% for parts, 15% for labour to see the effect on the job, do this, and that shows you the extra profit that could be made if you could charge for those. Over here we're back to the parts and labour breakdown. So at the moment we're saying, okay, travel, you're going to be charging for 1,150 miles at 45p a mile, and that's a charge you're going to add to the job. Roof tiles, you've got banger, blue slate, 5,058 of those are required, and so on with your parts. You've got the surface area here, in case you were interested in what that was. Sundries, this is for a daily charge for wear and tear for your tools. You can set that to 0 if you don't want it. Your skip here, default size 5.5 cubic meters, you can change that, you need one of those. You've got nails for the roofs. Here's the labour breakdown. So for the labour breakdown it's saying here, roof hip tiles, it's going to take 1.1 days. Ridge tiles, roof tiles themselves are going to take 8.62 days. And you've got felt and battens to fit, 1.18 days. You need 4 rolls of felt. For battens you need 1,126 metres of batten. Right, now we've got some information that EstimatorRoof has produced. Batten rows here, it's saying each of the faces has 46 batten rows of a gauge of 108mm. Working day is 8 hours per day. Tile breakage has been set at 0. Labour daily charge is £150 per day. You can change any of these. So you can change the £150 per day, the number of hours working, and the tile breakage. Okay, right, let's go on to the quotes. If we press PDF quotes, we'll generate the PDF quote. So here's the header from your job template. You can change that to your whatever you want there. Same as the logo, you can change that. You've got the company address details down here, down the right hand side. You can change those. Now you're onto the customer details. So you've got customer name, address. You've got all the figures and the VAT rates, and you've got the job reference there. And at the bottom you've got the company footer. So and you can see them exactly as you want them.